And today I'll be talking about the most interesting topic in Kotlin programming language, that's testing. Okay, so I will be also talking about test-driven development. What are the fundamentals and what is the basic principle of test-driven development and how do we do that? I will also solve some exercises, and the most important thing is like I would like to also give you some of the interesting concept of the testing. Okay, if you want to know more, just go and read this blog. Okay, and it's really interesting blog, guys, so I suggest you to even buy this course if you are really into this, yeah, to learning uh, Kotlin in a really nice way. Okay, this book is really amazing book, guys, so I suggest you to buy this book, buy the full course. Okay, and it's really nice. So first thing is like, what's testing, guys? Constant testing is essential for rapid programming development, as you can see here. It's like, because testing is really important thing when you write code. Okay, because it will help you to understand your code in a nice way. Okay, um, so your testing will help you to reveal the problem in the problem exactly. It will find it will help you to find the problem exactly where the problem lies in the code, because once your project becomes very big, your project becomes very big, it's very difficult to find the exact problem when the code doesn't work, right? So, and what is the really thing that is helping us to find out the problem? Okay, the changes in the code, and how to figure it out, the problem in the code is like by testing. Okay, so actually to simplify the tester, the programmer has created this atomic testing package, as you can see here. And this is the package, actually atomic test package, to simplify the test. Okay, as you can see here, there are so many methods here, inline methods also here, infix methods like equals, not equals, to verify the object is not equals, or verify object is equal to the input value. Okay, so all these things, like, capturing the exceptions, like, you can capture or you can trace it, right? So that's it, guys. And so we will be, in our project, we will be importing this package, as you can see here in the example. The first testing example is importing the package, right? This atomic test class. Okay, and yeah, we can use it pretty much here now, and it's been used here to verify this infix function, and like it's verifying that v1 is equals to the the value that we want. Okay, so if this is equals, then uh, it's gonna print out the value. Otherwise, like, it's gonna give you the exception, right? It's gonna show you a error message, like there is an error. Okay, pretty much that's it, guys. So overall, about reading and understanding more about this testing, um, so uh, there are different testing frameworks. Okay, like JUnit is one of the most popular Java testing framework. It's easy to use also within Kotlin, as you can see. Let's open this a new folder, JUnit. We'll be using JUnit for testing. Is one of the most famous testing framework, right? As you can see here, if you want to, you can go and learn more about it. But there are also some more other frameworks, like code test, which is more, as you can see, is defined specific for Kotlin to take advantage of Kotlin language features. Okay, let's go and open this. So if you are really interested in exploring this testing framework, you can go and explore it, guys. Okay, and it's all in this written in this blog. There are also spec frameworks, which is called specific testing, which is also actually kind of advanced testing frameworks, which helps us to group the test, right? As you can see here, the grouping of testing. So yeah, if you are interested in these things, concepts, you can go and read all these different testing frameworks and understand it. But first thing is like, uh, the this in this tutorial, the testing framework that will be used is this custom testing framework, which, as I have already told you, which is all in this atomic test package. And yeah, you need to import it, as I already told you. And like it use some like basic elements of the framework, like equals, not equals, okay, in this first example that you have already seen. So now okay, the interesting thing that I want to make you understand is like, yeah, as you can see, this equals and not equals are all infix function, okay. As you can see here, infix is pretty much like you don't need to verify. uh, okay, let me give a proper example to understand what is infix. Infix is like okay, where, let me find out. Okay, the basic infix function defined for it is truly a minimal testing system, okay. Expression, you can create both the okay, so with infix you can pretty much like avoid this using of dot, right. The idea is like v1 equals 11, pretty much something like this. Like as you can see here, the only difference between this equals is this is not an infix function, as you can see here. It's pretty much like so this equals is pretty much is an infix function, so that means you can avoid the dot, this dot, right. That's the concept, guys. Okay, so another thing is like in this second example is about the tracing. Okay, so what does this tracing do is if you open this trace, what does it do? It accumulates the output when called as in traced info or object, and later compares accumulate to expected using a equals. Okay, so in this tracing one example, as you can see, what is wrong is trace is accumulating all this information or object. This is a string, this is a int, this like object, you can see pretty much, as you can see here. And then it's pretty much comparing, okay, all this to these values, right. It's accumulating and then comparing. So this is the concept of this trace example. And then guys, okay, then the most important concept is this test driven development. As you can see here in this blog, it has explained it. Testing is most effective when it's built in your software development process. Okay, writing test ensures you get the results you expect, right. So that is the most important concept. So many people advocate writing tests before writing the implementation code. You first make the test fail before you write the code to make it pass. Okay, so this is the concept of test driven development. You make the test fail first, okay, before writing the code, and then you write the code to make it pass. Okay, so that's the idea. So this technique is called test driven development. You make the test fail, like just pretty much easily write any code, okay, where your test fails, right. And then the main concept is writing a clean code to make the test run. Okay, that means you want the things to expect, the code to return the things that you expect, right. Your program should return the result that you expect. So that's the concept, guys. You can go and learn more about test driven development if you just type and search for test driven development in Google and anywhere. So the first example of test driven development is like you see here, we have written pretty much a test which is pretty much we have written a test which fails, right. Because you want to write a function that is calculates the body mass index, BMI, okay, which includes these two parameters as lbs and the height. And it pretty much you are writing, okay, it returns a normal weight, okay. And you run the test. This test, it fails, that's why it's commented. If you run this test, this method is returning this value. If you run this test, it's gonna fail, okay. And if you check out and now you run, you create a code, right, to make everything pass. right? Now as you can see here, the difference between these two is like you have to write a calculate the body mass index function, which is gonna calculate the body mass index and return a result if the result is normal weight or heavy weight or underweight, okay, or overweight, and now the test is failing here, and it will still fail the test because uh, your method is body mass index. If you pass the LBS by height into 703, so this is gonna give you the calculate the body mass index. Okay, this is still failing in right now because all these parameters are not matching here. So now you see the test works because before it was passing here the input, as you can see here, where you need a double as an input, right? So now after in the third attempt you try to create a function in which the in your test, like it's gonna run, like it's gonna pass. So that's the concept of how you write a code using a test driven development technique. Okay, so concept is like you start with a very pretty simple function and you just write in what you need to expect, like what you give the input and what you really expect as a result, and then you start writing a code, and then you fix the code and make the test run. In this way, this is the technique of test driven development. So you first fail the test, and then your main goal is to fix the test, that means to run this test. Okay, that's how the test driven development works, right? So guys, that's it for the concept. Yeah, and guys, so let's try to now solve some exercises so we try to understand it much better, in a better way. Okay, so let me solve the first exercise. What it says is like, as you can see here, implement a function abs that returns the absolute value of its parameter. Use equals to test it in the main function using the arguments. Okay, so what it says is use the absolute value of the number 0 that is equals to 0. Okay, okay, then we have absolute value of 42, that is will be equals to 42, and then we have absolute value of minus 239, that should be minus 23, no, it should be 239, because the absolute value will take the input and returns the absolute value, that means a value without a negative sign, right? So that's the concept, guys. If you run this code, it's gonna fail because you still need to implement. And how do you implement the absolute value is like you pretty much keep the number, your function must run the number dot, as you can see here, Kotlin has already a math function that gives you absolute value of this number, and if you check out the absolute value, it's gonna give you the absolute value. Okay, so I think pretty much if you run this, all these tests is gonna pass. As you can see here, it didn't give you any error, right? So the test passed. So now let's go to the next exercise. It says that implement sum abc to return the sum of these 3 integer parameters. Test it using both equals and not equals with at least 5 different arguments combination. Okay, so let's go and test it. Sum of 1, 2 and 3, this will be equals to 1, 2 and 3 is 6, right? Sum of 2, 3, 4 equals 2 3 4, what is equals to 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 2 is 9, right? Sum of 1 1 1 is not equals to 5, right? Sum of let's see, 3 4 and 5 is not equals to 1, right? And sum of let's see, 4 5 and 6 equals to 4 and 5 is 9 plus 6 is 15, right guys? So okay, so yeah, it's pretty simple guys. So we need to just return here the sum is a plus b plus c. Okay, let's run it guys. Okay, but now if I want to show you also the error case, right? If this is not equals, you see it's gonna give you error 12 is not equals to 1. Okay guys, so that's why I'm saying you there is error, it's gonna give you the error, right? Okay guys, so yeah, we are also done with this exercise now. Okay, now this is really important concept guys. So now we use test driven development. First write a failing test and then write a code to fix it to calculate the area for quadrangle. Okay, the starting code already contains some test, and your task is to add more. Start with sample code and fix the intentional bugs. Okay, so guys, so this is the most important concept. Now I'm going to explain you is test driven development. So how do we do that? Is you write a failing test. As you can see here, this is a failing test, and I write more test here. I write a rectangular area of 1 2, it should be equals to 2, right? And I write a rectangular area of 2 and 3 should be equals to 6, right guys? And now I need to test for a trapezoid area, which is 1 2 and 3 should be equals to, what is a trapezoid area? It's like length plus breadth into height divided by 2, right? So it's the length plus breadth is 1 and 2 is 3 and height is 3 divided by 2 is 1.5 into 3. 1.5 into 3 is 4.5. Okay guys, so and let me also write another one, which is right, 2 2 2 3 4 equals, what is the, in the case of 2 3 4 is length into breadth. 2 3 is 5 into 5 into 2 will be 10. Okay, so this is pretty much a simple test that I'm writing. I want first to fail the test. Okay, let's see if it's failing, if it is correct. Yeah, as you can see here, these tests are all passing. That's a correct one. Square of area is a x into x, that's correct. But as you can see here, there is some little mistake here that I have done here. It's like when you create a rectangular area, what is the formula of rectangular area? Is rectangular area is not a square. Square is x into x, but rectangular is just length into breadth, right? So it's y, so that's y. It's a mistake here. So as you can see, the test is failing here. So first, in the test driven development, first write a failing test. The tests are failing here, and then write a code to fix it. Okay, write a code to fix it. So we write a code to fix it, that is y. Okay, let's fix it for the first one. Oh yes, do you see that it's fixed for this and this one, 2 and 6. Now as you can see, the problem is here. Now problem is here. is in this trapezoid area. So what is the mistake here, guys? The mistake here is, as I can already see that it's this trapezoid area, as you can see, is returning an int, but the value here is a double, right? So we need to make it return a double. How can we do that? It's pretty much like putting here a double value, and now if I run it, it's gonna work. Pretty sure about it. Pretty sure about it, but also actually you have to put it here equals 10.0, obviously. Okay, and that's it, guys. So we are let's see. Yeah, that's it, guys. As you can see here, all the test is passed here, right? And pretty much everything is working fine, and this is the basic concept of how to use the test event element, guys. And now let's go to the next exercise. Is, yeah, obviously the mastering the IDE. So how can you master the IDE? You can yeah, in this mastering the IDE tips, like there is a tips about like how to comment and uncomment the code. You can comment and uncomment a line of code by using a shortcut command slash, right? So you can just pretty much go here, code, comment your line of code, command slash, yeah, and pretty much go here, uncomment the line of code. That's, sorry guys, block here. Okay, I don't know why it's not working, guys. Okay, uncomment the block line. Okay, because yeah, you just need to uncomment it using the same code. Okay, that's it, guys. And I think we're done with it, guys. And if you like my videos, just please subscribe it, and catch you up in the next lecture, guys. Thank you.